Hello, good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you're seeing this video. It's a new year. Welcome to the new year. My name is Vincent Bura-Bari. Um, Last year I tried making out time to teach Khana, but sometimes I was so distracted with schoolworks and other activities that I barely remembered coming back here to talk about Khana. But today, my wife is Okrika. She has interest in the Khana language, and I have decided to use this platform to teach her how to speak Khana or at least understand Khana. And because I learned Khana, I learned to write Khana using the book of Psalm in the Khana Bible. I feel it would be cool to teach you Khana using, the book of Psalm. Unfortunately, I didn't start with Psalm chapter 1, verse 1. I would eventually do that when I get more snapshots of the Bible. I don't have a copy of the Bible with me. I have to, anytime I want to use the Bible, I have to call my folks in Nigeria. They'll take a snapshot of the Bible and send it across to me. So forgive me. Today we will be reading Psalm 24, 1 to 2. Psalm 24, 1 to 2. I'll read the English version from the New International Version of the Bible, and then we'll proceed to the board to see what's written in the board. For now, don't pay attention to the board, pay attention to me. So, we're doing 2 verses, just so the board can take the information I have to write. The earth is the Lord's and everything in it, the world and all who live in it. For he founded it on the seas and established it on the waters. That's what we're looking at in Khana today. But you may want to read other versions of the Bible that you have. The book of Psalm in the Khana Bible is called Leo David. And David in Khana is spelled this way. So this is not the English spelling. Leo is loosely translated as good sound. So it's actually called Songs of David. So let's see if we can go over this. And then we'll come back to explain things, right? Jehovah, Ere, Keneken, Yonwe, le dede nu aye mabu. Dede Yonwe, le pia aye tombu. Yonne be abe kwa ye ekaten. Yon bene pene. Saye wu agare. Yon dede pene. If you've ever been to Ogoniland or you've been to Khana, you'd also must have noticed that the Khana spoken, which I consider the authentic Khana, the Khana spoken by the people used for everyday activity with idioms and expressions and proverbs is different from the written Khana, because the written Khana is trying to be standardized and arrange thoughts in a certain way. It's mechanical compared to the loose, witty expression of Khana that you love. You love if you go and visit a Khana community. Notice that. So if you learn Khana this way, you're going to be learning the mechanical aspect of it. But if you want to flow in Khana, you have to go to an Ogoni community, whether in Ogoni land or elsewhere, and you wouldn't regret it. Right, so if you noticed, there are vowels sounds here, but just like the kind of vowels we have in Khana, it's different. If you want to see some of these sounds, these letters used here in your phone or your computer, then you have to go to Google keyboard. Download the Google keyboard and search for the Akan um, keyboard, which will enable you get this Akan language in Ghana. We use a similar writing system. This is where you get all of this. So if you notice the vowels, some vowels have markers on it. These markers are called diacritical marks. So they are marked so you know how to pronounce the vowel from the the ones with nasal sounds. And most of the words in Ogoni Khana language has the nasal sound, uses the nasal a lot. For example, if you want to say this is O, the O sound in the language, then if you mark it, it becomes O. So if I want to say drink water, I say O, Oma, Oma. This is how you write Oma to drink water. So let's go over it again. Jehovah ere keneken. Yon we. This is a W, so don't miss it. Le denden nu aye mabu. Denden yon we le pia aye tombu. Yon be abe kwa ye ekaten. Yon gbene pene. Saye wu agere. Yon deden pene. Right? Jehovah ere keneken. Yon we le deden nu aye mabu. Deden yon we le pia aye tombu. Yon be abe kwa ye ekaten. Yon gbene pene. Saye wu agere. Yon deden pene. If you can read this and follow me with my small piece, which may not be so impressive, you would have learned something about Khana. All right? If you need more clarification, you can always contact me, and have a lovely one.